Hello everyone, I am Guildmaster Committee. I'm leader of Taste of Poison, the top guild on Elder Scrolls Online PCNA. In this video, we're just going to talk about Elder Scrolls Online stuff. I looked at the PAX Day site. I saw one news article, but I don't think it's worth covering. I checked the Werewolves Meet site. I didn't see any news articles at all. So let's start by saying that this past week, I was able to recruit so many people. I had a chance to kick 50 inactives out of the guild. I think that this was, if nothing else, a decent week for recruiting in ESO. I feel like our numbers got up a little bit, and that's good. I feel like if this is a year, if there's a year that Elder Scrolls Online could potentially be saved, and subsequently we could save the ESO guild, this is probably going to be that year. So I'm confident that later this year in April, when the new Tamriel Tome stuff comes out, a lot of people are going to hop back on ESO and try to check it out, and then we can start recruiting. But, anyways, there's only one ESO article I want to talk about this time. It's called Enrich Your Stables with New Mounts for Gold. This was released on February 18th, 2026. So let's see, that was 3 days ago. Get yourself a new ride with your in-game gold, thanks to the new stables option coming in Update 49. Your experience traversing Tamriel is getting greater variety in Update 49 in Season 0. As part of the player experience improvements arriving March 9th, you can expect a wide array of mounts to be purchasable at stable masters across Tamriel for in-game gold. With options ranging from camels to cougars, it's an exciting time to ride out on your adventures. Here's a closer look at just some of the new options arriving with the upcoming patch. If you're eager for even more details, many stables have even offered reading material about the new additions in the form of lore books you can find nearby. The Shadow Ghost Guar. Blending in with the shifting gray ash clouds on the slopes of Red Mountain, the Shadow Ghost Guar, the only known nocturnal breed of the species and thus are rarely seen even by the native Dark Elves. This makes them one of the most distinctive and desirable mounts in Morrowind and beyond. You can find a Shadow Ghost Guar in stables. Okay, if you just sell it at a stable for gold, it's not going to be that rare anymore. It's in Stonefalls, Shadowfen, and Murkmire. Reports tell of a lively specimen currently named Pumice recently sold off somewhere in this area. Yeah, good luck at selling that as rare right now. Alright. The Snow Bear makes a superior mount for northern climbs as it's undaunted by even the. Undaunted! Undaunted! We are undaunted! Sorry, I do that. Even by the fiercest winter weather, it's also trained to carry warriors into battle. Just watch its black eyes sparkle at the prospects of a good fight. The stable masters in Rothgar and the Reach train snow bears for brave adventurers and others to ride. Perhaps you'll find one among them worthy of the name Coldwind, like the ancient steed of King Turok. Sench Cougar. The cliffs and escarpments of east central elsewhere are the home of the nimble and sure-footed Sench cougars who prowl the rocks hunting goats and marmots. Inevitably, they've been domesticated by their feline cousins, the Khajiit. You can find the Sench cougars in Reaper's March, including a fine mount known as Tawny that recently arrived in the Rawlcaw stables. Well, can I make this image a bit bigger? You can. So you can go to elsewhere and buy a. Oh, come on! Like, I'm the only one thinking it. Look at this image they use. They even. It looks like it's wearing stilettos. Come on, like that's unintentional. You can, you can buy a character, make it loyalty, and then you can ride it all across Tamriel. Oh, come on, like, I'm the only one thinking it. Okay, your Grim River Ram. Okay. In an annual Windhelm competition, contestants must ride their potential prizes up a mountain, then down at top speeds, bareback, and without falling off. Most rams toss riders into the air on purpose, validating the claim that the ram chooses its rider. These ornery steeds from across each march, the Rift, and Stormhaven can be troublesome for those without the fortitude to handle them, as attested by the way the owner of the cleverly named Skyram. Yeah, very original. Okay, decided their steed needed a new master after an unceremonious dismounting. Hammerfell Camel. Yeah, come on, we all saw that coming. This is the stoic, hard-working beast that riders in the wastes of Hammerfell count on to survive. Camel mounts are tall, tough as nails, and if matters come to a fight, they're just plain mean. Bonus, a camel is the only mount so ornery it spits. To find one of these steeds, look in the stables across Hammerfell, of course. Another rider has been trying to sell a particularly ill-tempered camel known as Bumbiter in the Alakir and Hughesbane. Maybe you can help it find a new home. Alright. Spotted Dune Racer Senchrat. Years of winning racing competitions finally bored, I don't know how to pronounce this, Hazaz Karen, so he ran messages for the Queen for a time. Alas, even that grew predictable. Now he wants to poke his whiskers into all the hidden corners of the world, perhaps with you. This magnificent Senchrat has been known to hire out his services across both northern and southern elsewhere. He's not some tamed animal or dumb beast, but he'll bury you for the right price. So, I guess you can't get him in Reaper's Marsh. Okay, come on, you can get the... Where was the cougar? Oh yeah, okay, so the cougar is in Reaper's... Okay, the cougar's in Reaper's Marsh. Frostborn Durzog. Wait, shouldn't that say Frostborn, not Frostborn? The magic of the Ice Reach Coven shapes these striped Durzogs in the womb, and handlers train the pups to the saddle. To transfer loyalty to a new rider, that rider should sleep with the saddle for a few days before attempting to mount the Durzog. Hold on. The rider should sleep with the saddle for a few... Okay. You can acquire these ill-mannered beasts, as well as the saddles that calm them in the exotic locales of Oblivion, Cold Harbor, the Deadlands, and Fargrave, as well as the island of Solstice where the Wormcult's stronghold is found. It seems their old masters were far traveled. One particularly experienced beast known as Rumble Tummy has been spotted passing through the paddocks of these far-flung stables over time and between owners. Maybe you can find the hungry critter its forever home. Alright. Okay, hold on. Who here even... Do any of you use Durzogs when you call your mount in ESO? I personally don't. I mean, I do have... I know I have at least one, but I never use it. The Ebon Dwarven Horse. Okay, I'm sure this is one a lot of people are going to be heavily anticipating. Among all the mounts coming with the player experience improvements in Season 0, one deserves a special mention. The Ebon Dwarven Horse is a brand new mount launching with Update 49. Though most ancient Dwemer automata are constructed primarily of the so-called dwarven metal, some rare and special Animunculus mounts use a preponderance of ebony. Creations like the Ebon Dwarven Horse are especially durable. Where to find such an exotic mount is a grand question, yet it's not entirely clear who would be willing to part with such a magnificent steed. Some scholars spread rumors that an example known as Metalmane was on the market recently, but the owners of the construct seem to have disappeared from Tamriel. Oh, it doesn't want to say what. Yeah. Oh, it doesn't say where to get it. Does it? Yeah, it sucks. Seek a swift steed soon. There's a lot of great options, and yet it's nowhere near all the mounts that you can add up to your collection. Update 49. There's no fewer than 17 mounts becoming available for in-game gold. What four-legged or more-legged friends are you most excited to find and acquire? Ooh, let's get a discussion about that going in the comments. What do y'all think you would like to acquire? Alright. Yeah, that pretty much concludes everything I had to say for this weekend. What do you guys think? What topics might you want me to talk about in a future video? Let me know in the comments. Have a corrosively wonderful day, and I will see you in my next video.